Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a little diagram of two individuals. And alright, one's going to be inside and one's going to be outside, but I mean, there's going to be a house in both of them, so. Oh. Alright. This is this easy. Alright. The whole concept of being inside and outside. See, when the consciousness, when your brain, which is very important, and it's been connected to this. So what that means is, damn, where'd you come from? So what that means is, see, if we're looking up and observing these stars, those orbs up there, then what we're doing is it's penetrating the optic nerve and it's actually charging the cells in us. It's a lot deeper than that. Okay, but it has to do with your soul. Okay, it has everything to do with your soul. And if you go inside eventually, okay, and you don't allow any other interference in there, and we'll say you've got spearmint, peppermint laying around, and you've absorbed that image, those images that register to the brain, the taste. See, when I'm smelling that, I'm tasting that because it's the back of my tongue that I get the taste. See, the word smell really wasn't around. You always tasted something because it's the back of your throat. That's why when you're rubbing on your hands, you smell it, you're drinking it mainly. So my whole point is this. When you absorb, those are orbs, absorb, okay, orbs right there. When you absorb this magnetic field and know it too, and know that it charges you like a battery, and then your faculties slowly come out of this, and what you're doing is your soul, okay, is connected to all that, not this. So at night, when you go to sleep, okay, what's going to happen is your soul, all right, is still active though, all right, and the forces that when you go to sleep are sort of like an igniter to your soul, okay, and it's going to build your soul. So if we sit inside, okay, this is very important. So if you sit inside all the time, then you absorb this. And so your soul is never created. It's soulless, like we've said. And if you're outside, which human beings are not, very few are. Remember, you go through school inside. There's no observatories. There's nothing. Okay? So each night inside, not only do you just sit in there and watch TV, you absorb all those fake tones and images and all that literally destroy the eardrum. And so those tones, combined with what you take for your meds and what you eat and drink and the lack of movement in the human anatomy, actually work as a weapon against you. And it doesn't create anything but an obedient human being, like we've said. Okay? So the emotions, like we've said, guides this being, human being. Okay, out here, what guides this being, which has to do with me, what's going on with me, has to do with that up there. Okay? Those are stations up there. There's stations in here. Different stations are going to create different personalities and characters. I'm non, they, them, that, and the other. Yeah, okay, where'd they get that? That up there. See, you don't have any of that. So when you go to sleep, you compress, you keep the soul compressed to this world with those forces. So your soul is developed in a clumsy way inside into a I. You've never released your soul. You don't know this, but your soul departs when you're sleeping. But yours doesn't. Okay? This is very important. It's just like, classical music, certain music, Bach, violin. Okay, those chords. Just Google about the piano and the octave and 12 this and 12 that. It has to do with the 12 constellations, because those chords and tones and certain frequencies that creates this too, that up there, vibrates the spinal cord and the fluid within. And see, when that doesn't happen, then the spirit's gone. It's developed into radio, which is fake tones, fake everything, because it's black magic. Okay? I'm trying to give it to you in a very lazy way on how disconnected that you truly are. Okay? You're made of water. It's very important. And as a demon, I'm going to speak. We made jaws and shit like that to make sure you never go to the beach and shit, because salt water is very important, especially for you humans. And fuck, you won't even go near it. We don't even give you field trips in schools to go to lakes or ponds and big and like nothing. Nope. Stay inside, and we're going to create Ahriman through this, through you. And then those forces that he has talked about goes with you. These forces. He's telling you he's literally outside looking up, knowing the belt you wear around your waist, your torso. Yeah, the toroidal field. Oh yeah, the 7 represents, there's 7 loops in them when we got them going on our brands. Belts ain't nothing new. You should know how to make them, but you don't, because you're ignorant as shit. So what he's trying to tell you is this: being outside, birds, herbs, seasons, paying attention, all that he's absorbing, because he unlocked from that. Okay? This is the clumsy and mentally challenged little Ahrimanic demons from Saturn that's been lagging. They're here. That's why. They're physical form. They're the ones with all the money and the degrees and fake everything. That's what we did to them. We programmed them. They're all inside. They can't even see it. They go straight from school to the medical studies inside and then work 72 hours in a 3-day period or some shit. I don't know. Fuck it. And so they're so fucked up that they're always inside. Always inside. Always inside. Always inside. So everything that they upload over here, when they go to the other side, those forces come out because it's black magic. And your soul goes to our realm that he's told you about, but not here. See, this is why we don't want this to happen ever again, because it has to do with Saturn, which is our power, and he fucking has some. And this is what we've done. So we compress your soul, released soul. It's not hard. But then again, you're going against Your whole life you've been programmed into this. He's told you books and everything ain't, look, printing press. It presses the subconscious. It presses it. See, you know, your letters and all this has spirit and meaning in it, and it comes from that zodiac. But now the imprint of that up there that we've made you ignore, now you obey the imprints of this shit. And we've created all the dictionaries and everything. Y'all are fucking way gone as a human species. Way gone. There's no coming out of it. These little, he has tested the ones around him. Very big time. And they are obedient to this. Very obedient. It's because they're mentally challenged. We've created everything in their brain to depend on this. They don't make a decision without this. We influence them through this in order to harvest your soul. Because everything that you upload through this, it comes out like he says. So think about all of the Disney bullshit that we put in all the fucking children, and they go straight into goddamn garbage bullshit inside with AI, VRs, and all this shit. Sphere's huge, boy. Huge. And they all get to experience all of them's fucking demons together that we control and summon, even here. You know, it's fucked up, but it's what it is. And to the average person that says, he is fucking crazy, that's the demon that can't even think. It can't even comprehend. It can't critically think. It can't do an investigation. We've programmed y'all to say, hey, Google, and what does it do? What do you need? See? It's in there, Matt. Dude, we are good. By the time the kindergartners in kindergarten, they've already had 5,000 hours of screen time. And they wonder why in there. They're like, yeah, they just won't fucking sit down. Nothing. Well, we've uploaded billions of fucking images and tones and everything that the brain should never fucking had. It's a reflex. It's an overload. It's a battery. But the goy are so stupid that doesn't matter now. Fuck, it doesn't matter. We've ingrained chemicals into you as foods. It's fucking crazy. You just keep getting more. So I wanted you to understand that because it's very serious. I gotta get rid of this fucking acting like demon shit because it's real. You know, I can see what they do and I can see through nature. I can see it all. You don't know what I mean by that. They do, though. Nobody will understand what I'm saying when I say that. You know, there's the term as above, so below. Well, you know, what's going on with me, I'm sure it's in others, but they don't know how to unlock even further. You know, and certain things had to happen in this life for this to happen. You know, this was not something that I planned. I can tell you that. Not my physical being. You know, everybody has been developed into AI. All right? Your soul is not developed into nature. You need to do an inventory on how much you've been kept from nature. Okay? It's not hard. You plug in shit to smell good. Man, I got spearmint everywhere. Lavender. I came in earlier upset, and all of a sudden it was like, damn. All them spirits sitting there going, don't you fucking get mad? It smells good in here. All these vibrations of spearmint and peppermint and bay leaves and yarrow, you know. I just took a bath with a bunch of different herbs, boiled it, and extracted the magnetic field out. Took a bath with Venus and Mercury, fire, water signs. See, you got to learn the elements and all that within the herbs and the foods, especially the vegetables and the fruits. And you don't have that. You've got, how many calories is it? And it's like, that's the dummy, Arimonic dummy that's been programmed inside. We're the ones saying you're an idiot, and they're all the ones that's fixing to come at us eventually because they're fucking ignorant. They raised 18 to 25. They're all these Disney minds that don't know anything about immigration, don't know anything about fucking nothing, anything. It's not real, but I'm just saying, if we're going to look at it as real, they have been raised with fucking fake Disney movies, so they're all very weak. They've never been punished. They've never been held accountable by design. So this point in time, they can go, yeah, why are they doing that? And it's like, that's the retarded Arimon. So, I love you.